Hey family, thank you for joining me for another video. Today I am going to be talking to you all, as you can see by the title, the differences between the IFSP and the IEP. So I know the IFSP because I've worked as a early intervention coordinator for the CDSA. So I actually used to write the IFSPs with the family, so I'm very familiar with those. And then the IEP, we work with other individuals when the child's IFSP turns into an IEP. So we're going to start from the beginning because sometimes parents are new. I hear a lot of parents say they don't know what these things are or what the difference between the two documents are, and they're a little leery of them. So we're going to start at the beginning. No fear, I am here. Let's get started. So the IFSP is the Individualized Family Service Plan. That plan specifically is for about the child, their development, and how it impacts their home life and how it impacts their learning, both together. So that plan is for children ages from birth up until 3. Now, well, actually 2, because the day before your child's 3rd birthday, that plan is going to drop off. They're no longer going to have it. They're no longer going to have a coordinator. Nothing to do with any of the stuff that they did once before. And if you go through the IEP process, if your child qualifies, and if you decide you want to go through with it, that IFSP is going to turn into an individualized education plan, which is an IEP. Now, both of these documents are, so one is an early intervention document that is going to help children who have had identified needs, such as if they have autism, Down syndrome, hydrocephalus, if they're born premature, if they have any type of disorder or any type of delay or anything like that that could cause them to be delayed in other areas or be delayed in one or more areas. That plan is designed to help them essentially catch up, or to help them be able to maintain where they are enough until they can catch up. And so that plan is where the child will could possibly have OT, which is occupational therapy, physical therapy, feeding therapy. We used to have a community-based program. I don't know if that's still available or not, but they'll have like an array of different services that could benefit them if they qualify for it, depending on your child's need. Now, that, like I said, the day before their 3rd birthday could turn into after that, it turns into an IEP. Not automatically. That's a process that you have to go through. It's so many days or a couple months before that child turns 3, you will start that process. Now, the individualized education plan is an education plan for children 3 to 20 to up until adults 21. So that means if your 21-year-old is still in high school, they can still have this plan. That plan is basically about your child's education, how it impacts their learning. And that service is given mostly through the school system. Here in North Carolina, it's given through the school system. And the IFSP is given through your early intervention service. So the CDSA, Children's Developmental Service Agency, here in North Carolina provides those IFSPs. Now, your child could be assessed anywhere before they get the IFSP. But most of the time, the CDSA is going to want to do their own assessment and all that stuff. But your child can also get a diagnosis for autism or any other disorder. Also, children who have medical needs also are able to have IFSPs, because a lot of times medical needs cause delays in speech or speech language, the walking, it could be their motor skills, all those things. So, and then the IEP is it's a specialized plan that's geared for your child's education or special instructions for the teachers and for the child to follow while they are in school settings. They have accommodations, it's school-based, all those things. So if you are concerned or if you're worried about whether your child might need one of those assessments, depending on their age, you can get them assessed. Talk with your school coordinator, with the school social worker, or if there's a school therapist. All those people are able to get you connected to the right people to have them assessed. Now, if you are a parent for a child younger than 3, then what you can do is refer yourself. You can call yourself and say you want your child to be assessed from the CDSA, or a lot of times physicians will call and say they have, or will tell you that they have concerns and that you could see someone. If you are part of a federally funded program like the Early Head Start program, then a lot of times that education coordinator, or if there is a mental health consultant on staff or that they work with, they might bring up concerns, and they can also help to refer you because they usually have a process. And so those 2 documents are really important for children who have exceptional needs, or they have like medical needs, because the idea, especially the early intervention, the idea is to help your child, again, to catch up to where they should be developmentally and for their age. And I do want to say that there are roughly 2,000 days between the day your child is born and the day they enter kindergarten. And so that is why early intervention is so important, because the synapses in the brain are making all these early connections really young. And the more connections that they make, then the easier it is for them to be able to work through any delays that they have, or any other needs that they have. So it's very, very important to start early intervention as early as possible. If you see signs, or even if you just think you have a concern or think that there might be a sign, it never hurts to get your child assessed. So I'm going to do another video in depth about what that IFSP process looks like, what's in that document, because those are 2 separate documents. You have teams for both of those documents that you are allowed to have, and you have rights as a parent. You always have a right to request your child's documents, and you always have a right to bring who you want into this process to help you, whether it's a community member, another teacher, another family member that supports your family. You have rights, so always remember that. And so I will, again, make a more in-depth video, but this is just the basics, the starts, the foundation. So IFSP is an individualized family service plan. IEP is an individualized education plan, and it is given through the school. It is created through the school system, or whoever holds that IEP process, which most of the time I believe is the school system. That IFSP is going to be done through an early intervention service like the CDSA, which is the Children's Developmental Service Agency for children who are freshly born up until the age 2, the day before their 3rd birthday. And it's so important to get those things, to get them evaluated if you see any concerns. Also, there is an app that is called Milestones, and I'll put the description of the app at the bottom as well. And this app is for parents who have really young children, infant up until probably toddler age. And it shows you exactly what milestones your child should be meeting. And then it lets you know, this is a red flag, and you should see your physician at your next well child check, and let them know, that this came up as a red flag, and they'll refer you, or take a look to see what's going on. I will say all children are different, so it's not like a definite, oh, your child has a need. It's just a nice outline for you to be able to kind of check off. So it's an app. It's available on Apple and Android. So if you like to keep up with your child's development, and it shows videos, that's what I love about it. If you're not sure about what they're asking, there are actual videos of children and parents like doing these things. So feel free to download it. It's free, and it's a great resource. So I will be back with another video talking about the IFSP and IEP in depth. Until then, be happy, be whole, be well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.